Since its debut in 1964, the Ford Mustang has captured the hearts of car enthusiasts around the world. From the classic lines and sounds and driving dynamics of the first generations to the aggressive stance and nature of today's models, the Mustang has evolved while staying true to its performance and muscle car roots. As we journey through each generation, we see not just a car, but a symbol of freedom and innovation. Now in 2025, the Mustang GT stands as a testament to this legacy. But the question remains, is the 2025 Mustang GT the performance car to own in South Africa today? We're gonna find that out in this video. But before that, we need to get our hands on a Mustang GT. For that, we headed to Ford Hatfield to find out what it's like to purchase a Mustang GT in South Africa.
Hello, sir.
Hi, brother.
Fine, thanks yourself.
Good, thank you. I'm Tabs.
Welcome here to Ford. I'm John.
Lovely
Very,
to meet
very
you,
nice
brother.
to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. So, brother, I'm here for one thing and one thing only.
Perfect.
And it's sitting right there.
This baby.
That baby right there,
Great
Mustang.
stuff. Very, very good news because this is literally our pride and joy here at Ford. So let me quickly take it through it. See what's the ins and outs of the vehicle, and then we can take it from there.
Sweet. Now, before we go any further, here's what you need to know about the 2025 Mustang GT. Under the hood, you've got a 5-litre naturally aspirated V8 pushing out around 362 kilowatts and 567 newton meters of torque. And yes, it still comes with a manual gearbox, however, it's not available in the South African market. We stuck with a 10-speed automatic, which is quite honestly not so bad. It goes from 0 to 100 kilometers in 4.3 seconds, which is quick for a naturally aspirated rear-wheel drive muscle car that weighs quite a bit. Styling wise, the new Mustang GT keeps that aggressive muscle car attitude, but now with sharper lines, tri-bar LED headlights and a more sculpted rear end that feels both modern and iconic. When we step inside, the biggest change hits you right in the face. It's the cockpit. Gone are the analog dials. Instead, you get a massive 12.4-inch digital instrument cluster paired with a 13.2-inch touchscreen that's angled towards the driver. It's sleeker and more high-tech. But the big question is, what's it going to cost you and what are your speccing options? Let's go find out. Okay, bro, so now it's time for the most important chat, right? How much is that going to cost me?
So good question. Actually, the car in total is going to cost you 1.3 million. You then also have an option of a 6-year, 90,000 kilometer service plan added to it as well, and it comes standard with a 4-year, 120,000 kilometer warranty. Okay, so if you look at the figures here, 1.3 million for the car itself over a 72-month period, 40% residual, 12.5 interest rate, which is our current average on what we get for our clients, and then you're looking at about, let's say, 21,000 Rand per month. If you do opt for no balloon value, then you can also look at the installment there. It's going to work out to about 25,000 Rand a month. Let's call it 26. So that's more or less what you're going to look to pay for the vehicle per month. And then, of course, insurance and that type of stuff still needs to come with it.
Now that we've crunched the numbers and explored the finance options, let's talk about how you can actually get your hands on a Mustang. See, in South Africa, speccing a Mustang GT is pretty simple. All models come fully loaded with features such as the digital cockpit and the 12-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system. You don't really have to worry about ticking too many boxes. What you can choose though is your color. Whether you want something bold like race red or clean and simple color like Oxford white, there's a small but striking color palette to choose from. So it's more about choosing your vibe than building from scratch. Although more options would be very, very nice. Okay, brother, so I like what I see and what I hear. Now my next question is, let's say I wanted to spec one just like this in Atlas Blue. How long would it take for me to get one of those?
Well, fantastic news for you. We actually have one waiting for you right here on the floor.
Alright guys, so I just got the call. The car is apparently ready right now. We're going to the delivery bay over here to go and take delivery of a 2025 Mustang GT, guys. Now, I've never taken delivery of a car of this nature. The last delivery I took was of a Swift, and I can already tell that Suzuki won't do it, our Ford will do it in a Mustang, and oh my word. Have a look at that, guys. It's underneath that cover right there, man. Now, once the paperwork is signed and the wait is over, it's time for the best part. Delivery day. The moment when the covers come off, the keys hit your hand, and the 5-litre V8 soundtrack becomes yours. Alright guys, here we go. Check how it's sucking in all the air at the bottom. Brother man, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much, man. This is
safe miles.
We're gonna do a burnout right out the shop right here. What's in the box?
What's in the box? Just a nice gift to say thank you for the love of business.
Whoa! Have a look at this, guys. So we got some chocolates. That's my favorite, by the way. If you guys are watching the video, you wanna help your boy out. Jameson, we got some amazing glasses over here. That is insane. Something inside here to see. looks like a letter. We'll read that later, you guys. But for now, I'm just so keen to pull the cover off this and show you guys what's sitting right underneath there, you guys. Check this out. Woo! Oh my word. Oh my word. Guys, how insane is this, man? How insane is this? This color looks absolutely insane, guys. This color looks absolutely insane. But hey, with no further ado, I think we need the key, and then we need to do something. I saw this in a video. Let's see if it works, right? So apparently if you press lock and unlock, you should do something special, right? So,
Nice.
and check that out, there's nobody inside, you guys. That is absolutely insane, man. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, you guys, before we go for our first drive in this thing, I just want to give another big shout out and thank you to this man right here. If you guys need anything from Ford, not just a Mustang, everything from Rangers to Everest, this is your man to go to right here, you guys. His number is in the description below and on screen right here. Once again, thank you so much, man.
Thank you guys so much. Looking forward to seeing you guys.
The dust has settled a little bit. Now I just want to confess one thing to you guys. I did not in fact buy this car. This is from Ford South Africa. So if you guys are watching this video, please give a like, because when I tell you guys the headaches I went through to get this car for you guys, my word. But anyway, with no further ado, let's go for our first drive. As I said, guys, I didn't actually buy this car. However, you guys let me know in the comment section down below if I should. Would you guys watch the videos if I had a Mustang for a long time? Would you be interested in seeing everything we can get up to with this thing? Let me know. But for now, let's go and just remind ourselves of what this thing feels like, man. Because it's been some time since I've driven the new Mustang. So, wow! What the? Dude, that was like 40 k's an hour.
Bro, and it launches like that?
That was 40, dude.
Dude.
Wowzers. It really pins you back in your seat, eh?
It does, man.
It really pins you back in your seat.
Bro, it's actually quite violent that the camera is struggling to focus.
What on earth, Ford? Ford, how? How does a naturally aspirated vehicle in 2025 sound like this and move like this, dude? It feels supercharged.
Dude, it really does.
There's one thing I do want to mention, because I know the comments, I can see you guys typing down below talking about Mustang this, Mustang that, which I do understand. We've all seen the videos, but so I'll touch in a little bit on why this one shouldn't do the Mustang thing, right? So number one is driver skill, all right? Number two, the old Mustang suspension was a bit finicky, man, where if it stepped out, it would do kind of unpredictable things. Now, I remember at the launch, I was always driving in track mode. So track mode automatically switches off traction control, but still has stability control on. I, honestly speaking, guys, on the streets, I have no need to turn off ESC. I have no desire to do so, so we won't be doing that. But
Dude,
and
no way.
You guys see, when it does break loose, right, it stays in a freaking straight line.
Right.
Old Mustangs would never do that. And I've driven the old Mustangs, guys. I would never dare to do something like that. Like right now, everything is off and the car stayed in a straight line and put the power down.
Bro,
on bricks, dude.
Bricks, I was just about to say, dude, and these aren't just your little slippery bricks, dude. These are the bricks that take you to the bone.
You remember the thing we did on these bricks in the other car that time back? It's very slick, yeah, what I will
Bro,
say.
you have no idea, guys.
Also, if you guys are part of my international audience and you're wondering what that atrocious noise is, it's that thing right over there, man. Those are called Hardie-Dahs. If you don't have them in your country...
Tip, I own a panel shop. Don't let those on your car, otherwise you will be respraying your panels.
Why? Oh, they're acidic.
They eat a lot of berries, so they're super acidic, and it burns through clear coat into the paint and the metal itself. Yeah, it's a real thing. So if you guys see birds, or especially Hardie-Dahs, put on your car, clean it immediately. Don't let it sit there for 2 to 3 days. It will burn through your clear coat.
So you guys know all about his panel shot from the last video where we came over here to respray my wheels. So this is the man right here, you guys. So again, if you need anything,
I got a haircut, so I look better.
so if you guys need anything paint related, aesthetics for your car, come see this man.
We
right
got
here.
you, bro. We got you.
But we are gonna go on and enjoy the rest of this drive, guys. There's a few places I want to go to. We obviously have to take this car to Pantry, so it's gonna be an interesting video. Stay tuned. Let's see what the Mustang is really like. The next night, I linked up with the boys. Josh came through with his Shelby Super Snake, and Nash came through with his brand new Subaru STI. We hit the highway for a late night mission to Pretoria to go check out this new vibey local night market. But before we hit the road, Josh had to show us what the Shelby Super Snake does best. Here's Josh's Shelby Super Snake, guys. This thing is whoa! 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 Damn it! Yo! Yeah, guys, that's what that sound is. You think a stock Mustang is loud until you find a Shelby. Rolling side by side with another Mustang just felt right. I mean, honestly, in my short time in the Mustang community, it's been surprisingly welcoming. No egos, just good vibes. And what I really love most about this is seeing young guys like Josh not only just buying these cars, but actually modifying them, driving them, and actually having fun with them. That's the type of energy that not only keeps the car culture alive, but will also bring Mustangs to the forefront of the community here in South Africa. Anyway, enough yapping. After some nice cruising, we finally pull up to the market. Let's go see what this is all about. Okay guys, so we're at the car wash right now with Shazib, and today we got Pedro's, right? So I got what long story about this, right? So I actually got this last night, and then I got a bright idea to put it in the air fryer to warm it up, and now brother so anyway, we are at the car wash. We got the Mustang ready. We're gonna go to Pantry after this. So I believe a few cars are going to be meeting up, some of the Rush guys. I have no idea what to expect, what type of cars to see, but we love Pantry. We're actually going to go to Pantry today anyway. Then I saw on the group chat, the guys said they are meeting up there. So we're just going to go see what's happening, see the types of cars around. We'll see how the day goes, man. But anyway, this girl's looking awful dirty. So I've been dailing this car for the past like 3 days, right? And one thing is I love the Zero Blue. However, it does kind of show dust quite a lot, which is something to note if you're looking to spec it in this color, but that's a small price to pay for what you get, man. It's also been raining, so it wouldn't get this dirty on a normal day. But yeah, initial impressions, this thing is absolutely amazing. It's angry, but it's kind of tame until it doesn't want to be tamed, right? It is vicious, it's violent, it's loud, it's in your face, and the engine has been reworked, suspension's been dialed in, and technology is advanced. This still feels like a Mustang of old, man. So it still has that raw, rough American muscle car feel to it, which is something that I'm glad Ford did not get rid of as they've advanced with technology and improved these things. But anyway, we're gonna wait for our turn in the car wash. We're told 15 minutes, so let's see if the guys over here are fast enough. If they are, then you guys should come visit them. Okay guys, so we are on our way to Pantry right now. So let me explain. The car is still dirty, kinda, right? So what happened was, the line was way too long, guys. Right now it's 2:30, and I believe the meetup is at like 3. So we're gonna be very late. So I just kind of grabbed my gym shorts, wet them, did a little rubby rub on the car, and yeah, she's pretty clean if you ask me. So yeah, we're like 20 minutes away, but there is one thing that I have noticed about driving this car that I think you guys should also just take note to. This is not unique to the Mustang, but rather to every kind of performance or sports or flashy car, right? Not everybody, but a lot of people on the road are intrigued by the car. Whether they're intrigued by it because they like it, or they're intrigued by it because they don't like it, or they have their own opinions, it doesn't matter, but a lot of people are intrigued by it. So what tends to happen is they tend to look at the car. Now, when someone is driving and they shift their attention and turn their heads to look at something in particular, what tends to happen is your hands and your body will follow. So a lot of cars tend to then drift into your lane when you're driving one of these types of cars. So it's always so like not stressful per se, but you just kind of become more spatially aware of your surroundings, right? Just looking around for cars next to you and they start to diverge into a lane a bit, like it happened earlier, and I had to actually kind of move out the way. But hey, it's just what comes with having one of these types of cars, man. But anyway, we almost at Pantry. I'll check you guys out in about 2 minutes.
People has done, eh? They've created cars, Mustang. Oh my gosh.
There's nothing like it.
Talk, Mustang.
Yeah.
Don't wait, talk. This car. If you have a Mustang, ne, you were a dream chaser from, I don't know, but from little kids, from when you were young. Mustang is for the dream chasers. You don't just buy a Mustang.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me, dog.
I love that, brother.
You don't just buy a Mustang. Come on, doggy. Bye.
Okay guys, so we just pulled up here at the meet and the reactions have been crazy so far, man. I barely even parked, which by the way, I do want to just talk about this before somebody says it. We are parked in electric car parking. This is an event, guys, so the security did tell me to park over here. So please, yeah. But anyway, we got somebody in the Mustang right now and I want to get his opinion on how this car is, right? Brother, how are you?
How's it, bro? I'm good, thanks. Should I grab the mic?
Yeah, grab the mic, brother, grab the mic. So tell us, who are you and what do you think about this car?
I'm Supercar Curtis. That's my Instagram account. I run a YouTube channel called Descensos Decennium. It's a super long name. I think it's easy. I'll show you guys. I think it's really cool. I just asked. This is the base trim, right?
Yeah.
So compared to the Dark Horse, I've been in the previous Mustang. I think this one's really nice. The interior is nice and plush. I've been sitting in it a little bit and it feels really comfortable. And okay, it's sitting low, but like it's not that sports car feeling. Is very convenient. You could daily this, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Can I complain about one tiny thing?
100%.
The screen. It's huge.
It's huge, and the fingerprints, right?
Oh yeah, they'll smudge everywhere. And if you're wearing rings on it, you could actually break it. But
And
like,
one more thing I'll complain about, bro.
yeah,
What do you notice that's missing in the center console?
there's no volume controls. Eh? No.
I mean,
that's
is there? There's there?
has it sensor console that's missing?
No aircon.
Oh, you have to log in to use it.
Oh, yeah.
Hi everyone, I made it to the vlog.
Okay, guys, so we're in Pantry right now. And if you guys don't know Pantry, oh my gosh, you're missing out on a lot. This is like the coolest spot in Joburg, man, especially if you're a car guy, right? They got so many petrol pumps out front, but the variety of things inside here is absolutely insane. You got all sorts of imported things, man, like all the Fanta flavors. There's Dr. Pepper. Dude, like they are fully stocked. So it's actually kind of overwhelming to choose what you want, man. Like I actually really don't know. But, okay. I've never tried this. Have you ever tried this, dude? No. Strawberry kiwi Fanta. Let's go for that. Okay guys, so we have left the meet quite early because F1 babies. Okay guys, so we left the meet, we then went to Santon for a little bit for a photo shoot and a video shoot of this car. And then, yeah, we got sidetracked guys, and well, F1 is about to start, so just show them what you know. He's got the stream on, we got it playing through the speakers over here so I can hear the race while I drive. Until we get home on the TV and we can actually sit down and enjoy the rest of the race, man. But hey guys, F1 is life, man. You gotta make a plan, baby. Wow! Receipts are flying everywhere, dude. One more, listen. Wow. Simply does not get old, dude. Wow. I kid you not, you drive this thing for a few minutes, man, and your adrenaline is pumping, bro. Like it's the craziest like experience ever, guys. And you know, the wild thing about this car is that when you get out of it, right? When you finish your drive, bro, the headache you have from the adrenaline dump is honestly quite unlike any other car that I've driven, right? I've driven cars way faster than this with way more power, but I think it's just the concoction of everything, man. The power it has, the way it puts the power down, that monstrous 5-liter V8 soundtrack in the back there, man. Absolutely wild, guys. Absolutely wild. And this is a stock car, bro. Like, you can go to Shelby, right, and get an exhaust, which will be under warranty, right? Under motor plan, bro. You can do that. And you can make this thing way louder. But honestly speaking, I rarely say this, but this is one stock car that I don't feel needs an exhaust. Like, yeah, exhaust would be nice, but it does not need it whatsoever. One more. Okay, so I just want to show you guys what this car looks like at nighttime, man. So you guys will see all the ambient lighting, the massive screens over there. And honestly speaking, this is quite a nice place to be in, I'm not gonna lie. Let's talk about some of the negatives about this car that I have experienced in the past week. Guys, the negatives, I haven't had it for long enough to really see that many negatives. Fuel is genuinely a thing that we're not even going to talk about, because you're not going to buy a Mustang if you're like fuel conscious at all. So we're not going to talk about that. Genuinely, I don't know, man. It did one weird thing. So this button right here is for the auto start stop thing, which everybody freaking hates. So what did happen is I was in traffic earlier and the car switched off, the auto start stop thing. So I pressed the button and deactivated it, but the car didn't turn back on. So it was the weirdest thing, man. I had to put the car into park and then click the engine start stop button, is fully switch it off and then switch it back on. That's the first time I've ever had that happen in any vehicle. So that is something to note. Another negative that I do want to mention also ties back into the specking thing, right? See, the GTs in South Africa don't come with a rear spoiler, and to some it might seem like a little thing, but I really don't like the way the back looks without a spoiler. Ford South Africa saved that for the dark horse. However, I do feel like having that option available for the GT will just make it look so much better. The next day, I woke up early and headed out for a drive, but first I wanted to show you guys this cool feature yet again. Check this out. So click this, click that twice, and then the car starts, right? But that's not all. If you click lock and unlock, then it revs itself. If you do it again, all from the key, dude. The really cool thing that does is it'll actually be able to start the aircon and or heated seats, cool seats, whatever settings that you put on the car. So when you get in the car, not only is the engine warm, but the cabin is to your pleasure, man. So that's a pretty cool feature. I've been using it almost every day, to be honest. I didn't think that I would, but it's quite handy, man. Let's really talk about how it makes you feel, right? So in the previous segment, when we're driving at night, that was just raw emotions, man. That was just how this thing had me feeling. I was smiling from freaking ear to ear, dude. And so you see what I mean? It'll let you kick it out. It'll let you kick the car out, but not so much so that you get into trouble, right? Now, with all of that being said, right, you still need to know how to pedal a car, man. Like, you still need to know how to be very, very, very proficient behind the wheel to even have this thing in track mode in the first place, right? Or to turn off traction control. So I'm not saying by any means just any person can hop into this thing, put it in track mode and not crash it. That will definitely not happen. It's so possible to crash it, so always respect the car. It's unfortunate that this thing has been taken earlier than expected, because I've only now just started getting confidence in the car and only now been able to show you guys just what this thing can actually do. Makes you laugh like a little child, bro. It really does, because the noise never gets old, the power never gets old, how it tries to like swing you around never gets old. And dude, the way the hood just lifts up and this thing just goes is quite unlike any other car I've driven before, besides obviously the Shelbys, right? Now, again, I will state this is not the fastest car in the world, bro. By any stretch of the word fastest, it's really not. It's not the fastest, not the quickest. There are cars that will walk around this thing like it's standing still. But it's more about the emotion. You get what I'm saying? It's more about just rolling the window down slightly and just listening to that sweet, sweet V8, man. Listen to that. My word. Listen. Wait. Listen. It's stock standard. Ford gives it to you like this. In closing, let's get back to the question we started this video off with, which was, is the 2025 Mustang GT the performance car to consider in South Africa today? I'll say it is worth considering. The Mustang is a pretty cool product, something that's quite different to what most South African consumers are used to. However, do I think it's the best car that you can get for the price point? That point right there is debatable, especially given what you're looking for in a car. However, if you're looking for something different, something strong, something loud, something raw, something that you won't see a million of at your local car meet, then maybe the Mustang GT just might be for you. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll check you guys out in the next one.